Alright folks, all but Blur, back from our review. This review is actually going to be on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Power Gun Sword. The gun sword was actually made back in 1991 by Bandai and came as part of a double pack with the Power Rangers Morpher itself. Now unfortunately I don't have the Morpher, but really all the Morpher was a shoe accurate copy of the Morpher with each individual Power Rangers coins. It had lights and sound as well. The Power Rangers gun blade is based on the Red Ranger's gun, as you can quite clearly see here, with it being red and having the kind of Tyrannosaurus Rex theme running through it. So what I'll do, get a little closer look at the gun itself, some of the detailing, which for a toy is actually pretty show accurate as far as I'm aware of. You can see the Tyrannosaurus Rex head at the top here, with the chrome teeth, a lot of chrome in this toy, the chrome barrel at the end, and a see-through red plastic, because this also has got lights and sound, but I'll talk a bit more about it in a second. Some nice stickers, so if you didn't know it's from Power Rangers, then this kind of gives it away. Some chrome claws design, obviously made in 91, so there's a bit of wear and tear on the chrome, but stickers in this gun are relatively good. Stickers looking good here, some more chrome kind of teeth in the bottom handle, and some more chrome at the top end here. You see there's the one by wear and tear, and it's pretty much a mirror image on the opposite side. So more chrome, stickers, and more down here, yeah, and Power Ranger sticker on that end as well. Now the gun itself is a really good size for both kids and adults. Now I'm nearly in my 30s and this actually sits quite nicely in my hand, good for cosplayers. So if you are into dressing up as Power Rangers, then you wouldn't look too silly running around with this. Well, you would look silly, but only if you're doing it at conventions. Don't think you get away with it in the street. But yeah, it's got the trigger here, and I'll just explain. I'm not a big fan of lights and sound, so I don't have the battery in, but if you are interested, it does go in here. It's a normal 9V battery. I have tried it, it does work. Just pull the trigger, light comes on and it makes a racket. You can tell I'm getting old when I don't like sounds on my guns. There is a common problem with this during transformation, which I'll show you in just a couple of seconds. All it is when you're moving it from the gun to the blade, you keep on moving this handle up and down. So the battery's in here and there's a wire that runs through the body of the gun. It tends to come loose from the speaker, which in my books is actually a blessing in disguise. Don't know if there's an original design problem or it's just wear and tear because of how old it is, but it can be simply fixed by unscrewing the body and getting a bit of soldering done, but I prefer not to have it. So let's just transform it into its sword now. Quite easily transformation. We'll just bring it, this section, bring it here a bit, this section comes back, like so, you can see that there, so that slides out, brings the head all the way back, and all we do is quite simply close it, like that. So bring the teeth together, yeah, which forms a handle, and if you haven't guessed already, underneath here is your blade, which covers the tip of the gun, and nice child-friendly blade, and that is your sword. Same again, really good size, quite easily sits in a grown man's hand, or grown woman, not discriminating here, although I think we prefer to be the Pink Ranger. Yeah, so that sits quite nicely. Design wise, it's pretty much most the same from the gun, apart from, give a little bit of a look at the detail on this blade, which is quite smart considering it's just a bit of plastic. Obviously rounded so kids don't kill themselves and stab themselves. Considering the fact that kids were known in the 80s, 90s to stab themselves with Optimus Prime smokestacks, I think this is probably a good move. Stabby stabby. Kids run around killing each other. Yeah. So let's put it back into gun form, because really, as I say, nothing's really changed in this mode apart from the blade and the handle shutting. Just give it another little look once again. Before we do that, in fact, let's give it a bit of size comparison. That's what it looks like with a transforming pink dolphin. That's about the height of a PSC controller. And it's actually double the length of a Sky remote control. So quite a decent size. But let's put it back in gun mode, because personally that's my favourite of the two modes. Same again, just lift this up, push it forward, the head goes, bring the blade back, and it's as simple as that. So you can kind of understand how this wire gets frayed, because the amount of times that kids must have been changing it back and forward, playing with it. But that's what these things were made for. They're made for kids to play, and nowadays they're made for people like myself to collect. Well, they weren't made for that, they were actually made for play, but you get a lot of people collecting these, and quite a hard thing to find. I've been looking around online to kind of get an idea of how rare these are, and I only really find about one or two online for a reasonable price. I've seen some ridiculous prices for these. Some guy was wanting £100. If that's what some people are willing to pay. I won't disclose what I paid for it, but let's put it this way, it was never as much as that. Then good on them. And as I said before, it's a really good show accurate piece. So if you are a cosplayer, then you shouldn't have to make your own if you can get something like this at hand to use. But we'll leave it at that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review, a little bit different. We're coming back with some more reviews. We'll be doing some Transformers in the future, just trying something different at the moment. But this is all Blur signing out, saying catch you all later.